Women have power, they have intelligence that we aren't using, because after all, there's nothing worse than the nerdy man.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I think a lot of these things and these myths, and a lot of it's been, you know, perpetuated through the media, through movies, through culture, through
Wait a minute,
music,
a lot of it's been perpetuated through religion.
and through religion. Yeah.
Come on, we don't.
Yeah, through religion.
We don't want to admit that perhaps what we're dealing with is too many years of a religion based on the superiority of that white male that wasn't white. I am not a teacher. Teachers dispense facts and figures in order to get kids ready for the end of year testing and for more of the same. That's not what I do. I lead people out of ignorance, people of all ages. So be careful about how you pronounce that word.
Okay.
Words have power, and you should use them properly and carefully, and you should pronounce them correctly.
Okay.
And we've had lots of presidents who said education. W. Constantly said education. Well, somebody needed to take him aside and say, W. The word is education. Downstairs, and he said, I said, what's your problem? He said, you got your statistics wrong. I said, you want to tell me your statistics? He said, now, the statistics now say that only 39% of the fetuses that are aborted are white. The rest are people of color. I said, you just made my point.
Let's stop here. You are listening to the voice of novelist, author, poet, Lamont Anthony Wright, also known as Graffiti Bleu. I know you are here to absorb the vast wisdom of educator Jane Elliott, a woman I have had the pleasure of meeting, speaking to, and the pleasure of filming. Off camera, I found her to be amazingly grounded, compassionate, and considerate, especially considering her level of celebrity. Upon Miss Elliott's request, she did not want me to edit her conversation with Rachel McKinley out of context. So outside of the beginning of this conversation already uploaded to this channel titled Jane Elliott, Race, Religion, and Education that had edits panning back and forth, but nothing out of context. This video is a single perspective played straight through to better accommodate the verbal agreement between Miss Elliott and I, which allowed me to have the content on this channel. Now, whether you're a follower of her crusade or not, I truly hope you listen to her wisdom with an open ear and a receiving heart.
And I said, we are succeeding, aren't we? And his little brother said, she's right, she's right. And he said, I didn't think of it that way. I said, we're succeeding in increasing the number of white babies being born in this country, aren't we? He said, I don't want to think. I said, I know what you don't want to think, but you need to realize that you're being had rather badly. But you're going to be well schooled when you get out of college, my little friend. But you're not going to be well educated. You will be well indoctrinated. And you are being indoctrinated to the myth of white male superiority. You want to talk about power? Women have the power to turn this thing around if they choose to get off their polyunsaturated fatty acids and do it. Women have the numbers and they have the power. And they have something that every man wants. Practically, most men want. And women know how to use it, and they've been using it for years. So now, use it in a way that will change what's happening in this country. Being productive in lots of ways, not just in reproducing, but producing.
Not just from our sexual energy.
No, I'm not. You know, this is about women taking control of their lives instead of saying some man can handle this for me. Because we now have proof that if you allow men to take care of it, they'll take care of it, and you won't like the care that they give it. Mm-hmm. And now people are going to think she doesn't like men. Oh yeah,
I love men.
In their proper place. I like
Yeah,
men.
I love men.
For me, their proper place is my proper place is doing the vacuuming occasionally.
Giving your power away, you can't give your
Well,
power.
first you have to recognize that you have it.
Yeah.
You can't give away something you don't recognize you have. And if you have been taught for years that you have no power unless you are with a significant male, you don't recognize that you have power. Women have power, they have intelligence, that we aren't using, because after all, there's nothing worse than a nerdy woman.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I think a lot of these things and these myths and a lot of it's been, you know, perpetuated through the media, through movies, through culture, through.
Wait a minute, a lot of it's been perpetuated through religion.
And through religion, yeah.
Come on, we don't,
Yeah,
we
religion.
don't want to admit that perhaps what we're dealing with is too many years of a religion based on the superiority of that white male that wasn't white. Once people in this country get aware of the fact that Jesus had, according to the Bible, feet of bronze and kinky woolly hair, they may decide that the Greeks were right, and I think the Greeks were right. They worship the sun. Every bit of energy on the face of the earth comes to us from the sun.
Our plants and our
So
trees.
perhaps, well, not only that, but our oil and our coal and our diets, all of those come to us from the sun, directly or indirectly. So it's time for people to start thinking about what's really important. We could do without oil and coal if we would use the energy of the sun. We have the ability to do that now. But you see, it's all about money. It's the only color that really matters, particularly to the top 1% of this country, is green, the color of our money. Well, humans come and go. Money lasts forever. The power that money gives you will last as long as you live. But
And generations after.
but these 1%ers forget that if we aren't careful about how we educate these students, they will have a different idea about the worth of money, what it's really good for.
It's funny. I work right now in a financial, I got a job at a wealth management firm,
Uh-huh.
and I'm in there,
Mhm.
and I'm learning,
Good.
and I'm like, what is going on
Now,
here?
I have to be in Sioux City. No, I have to be in Des Moines tomorrow morning to do a speech